Hi everyone, this is Max here. Are you ready to learn English? So today we're going to start our new book and we're going to do My Next Writing 2. That's right. Now we're going to go ahead and start with Unit 1, so get your book and pencil ready. Now the topic of today is my city. Exactly. Whose city is that? It's yours. And can you tell me what is your city? Great. It's Incheon, exactly. And Incheon is in which country? South Korea. So you and I both live in Incheon. Now we're going to talk about a city that is in which country? Can you guess what country that is? Brazil. Great. Now, the city that is in Brazil, it's called Rio de Janeiro. Good. So in Rio, which is the city, is in Brazil. Now, and it's called the marvelous city. Now, in your opinion, what do you think marvelous means? It means like something that is super great, super great, amazing, like wow. It's really great, it's super, extremely amazing. Now let's find out why they call it the marvelous city. Maybe you could ask yourself that question. Do you think Incheon has a nickname? Maybe you can, let's answer that for next week. Right. I live in Rio de Janeiro. Rio is the Rio is in the southeast of Brazil. It is the second largest city in the country. So, name of the city is Rio de Janeiro, and as short as Rio. And where is the located? So, when it comes of map, there's always south, north, south, east, and west. So, Incheon is located. Where is Incheon located? Exactly. It's located in the west, so southwest of Seoul. Good. Now, Rio is in the southeast of Brazil. It is the second largest city in the country. So it's not the first, but second. Now, what is it known for? If you use an adjective to describe the city, what adjective would you use to describe Incheon? Therefore, there's always one that we could describe for another city, such as beautiful and it's exciting. So Rio, it is beautiful and exciting. And it is called the marvelous city. Exactly. So it is the nickname that they call, and it's known internationally as well. Like its nickname, there are many wonderful things. What does that mean, wonderful? It means like great. Really amazing. Things to do and see. So they have a lot of activities that you can do. You can go to the beach, and you can also see parades or carnival that we will also soon talk about. Things to do and see in my city. So let's find out what they are. We have carnival in February. Oh my God, February? Do you think it's cold in Brazil in February? It's not. It's actually warm and hot on February because Brazil is located in the southern hemisphere, so below other countries like below Mexico, and it actually has a warm climate. Now, usually in February in the world, because they are in the northern hemisphere and it's usually cold, but whereas if you're in the south, it's usually nice and warm and hot. We have carnival in February, and what does that mean, carnival? Carnival means a big party. And where do you think it's located? It's located on the street. Yeah, sometimes there's parades, they're marching. A parade means it's like a lot of people gathering together and doing a lot of activities. Sometimes they have like stylish, nice costumes that they wear. We have Carnival in February, and that's the best time to visit Rio. If you want to visit Rio, I would highly recommend for you to visit during the month of February. And more, Carnival is the biggest party in Brazil. You can see the street parades. So remember, parades is when there's a lot of people marching together and having fun. And samba dance. What is samba dance? Samba dances are a type of Latin South Americans where they actually have a type of dance like salsa, samba, and it's actually quite nice to see. And you can see it in South America. So South America usually. If you like beaches, oh, well, that's nice. Where is famous beach in Incheon or Korea? That would be usually in the east, right? Because they have in Gangwon-do like turquoise color, and it's beautiful to see. Whereas here, you have Ipanema beach, and we will find out the other one as well. So, Ipanema beach and Copacabana. Copacabana beach is also, they are both famous in the world, and a lot of tourists actually go there to go swim, to go meet some friends, to play some volleyball. It's actually one of the most memorable experiences to go and visit Rio. Now, other than having world famous sandy beaches, they also have Tijuca Forest. Wow, what is that? So think of it like a jungle or the Amazon. And that forest, guys, is that it's specifically in the city. And it's one of the largest, and it's actually the world's largest forest inside a city. So imagine Incheon, like Grand Park 10 times bigger. Wouldn't that be amazing? You know how many animals and wildlife they would have? That's marvelous, and it's so extraordinary. Amazing to see. Now, it is the world's largest forest inside a city. You can enjoy the tropical rainforest. If I live in Brazil and Rio, I don't have to go to, let's say, Thailand or the Philippines to enjoy a nice tropical weather. I could just live in my own city and enjoy a tropical rainforest. And a tropical rainforest is usually inside of a jungle, really high, and it's warm climate. Anything that is tropical weather usually have a rainforest. And when it comes to rainforest, it has an amazing flora, which is a lot of plants, beautiful flowers, and more importantly, a lot of animals, like monkeys. Wouldn't that be amazing to see? You can enjoy the tropical forest without traveling far. I have lived, so we're gonna find out how many years this person actually lived in Brazil, or in Rio. That's right. They were born, she was born in Rio. So they have lived their whole life, the day they were born until the present. I have lived in Rio de Janeiro all my life, and I don't want to live anywhere else. So what do you think that means? It means they don't want to go anywhere else. They love their city. How do you think they feel? They feel great about their city and they enjoy. Not only do I enjoy, that means they really enjoy the nature and excitement in Rio. I also love the friendly people here. That's right. I guess in some terms of like people in the world, Rio has been known for people to be really friendly. Good. Since we have read this together, let's move on here. Alright. So here we have, we're going to answer the questions together. What city do you live in? Where is it? Now, can you answer that question? So you would say, that's right, you live in Incheon. And where is Incheon located? So I live in Incheon. It is the capital city of South Korea? No. But you would say Incheon is near Seoul. Exactly. You could also say Incheon is in the west side or southwest of Seoul, or west of in Korea. So here we have different type of city, and we're gonna figure it out. So which country do you think this is? Great, it's Australia. So it's a country of Australia, and in Australia there's a lot of cities, and we're gonna figure out where are they located. All right, I live in Canberra. It is the capital city of Australia. So we have one. Second one would be I live in Brisbane. So, and where is that located? If you look at the map here, that's good. It is on the east coast. Right here. Of the country. So Incheon is also a coastal city, and you would say if it's in Incheon, it is on the west coast of the country. You could say coast side, but because it's near the water, near the sea, you would say coastal city. Alright, let's go number 3. I live in Exmouth. It is, if you look at the map here, it is on, that's right, on the west coast of the country. And like we mentioned before, what city in Korea is on the west coast? That's good, Incheon. Alright, let's go number 4. I live in Newcastle, and it is Sydney. If you look at the map here, it is, yeah, near Sydney. Number 5. I live in Catherine, which is possible the pronunciation Catherine. It is, where is it located? In the north of the country. And here we have, I live in Flinders Ranges. Flinders Ranges. It is in the south of the country. And the last one, I live in Alice Springs. Where is that located? Good. It is in the middle of Australia. So it's like center here. Good. We have here, so usually in cities, what can we see? So in Incheon, what can you see in the city of Incheon? Or where could we go if I was a tourist? You could go to Chinatown, yeah. Or where else could you go? You could go to Central Park, Songdo, with amazing infrastructure and a beautiful park with a nice scenery. Well done. Now here we have to input the information here. Now, we have a long, so something long running through the city. There are many bridges over it. So what would that be? Good, that's right. And it would be river. And I'm gonna take out river. Number 2, we have, let me check here. We have a white sandy, good job, well done, beach. Many people come for the sun and the waves. I love to go to the beach and just relaxing and listening to the beautiful sound of the wave. We have a rocky, what could it be, IP? Mountain. We have a rocky mountain. You can go climbing or ride a cable car to the top. Well done. Now, what would be number 4? So I haven't written, but I'll write it down here. What could be number 4? So, number 4 here is, we have a big you can enjoy water sports. And that would be, we have a big lake. Very good. We have a big lake. You can enjoy water sports there. Like what water sports could you use? Yeah, you can go on a boat, jet skiing, so that would be something fun to do. And as number 5 here, what could we write? We have a large, you can see all kind of birds and trees. Same thing as inside of Rio, and it's the largest forest in the world, inside of a city. Very good. Forest will be considered for number 5. Very well. Now, so when we have to the city, marvelous city, let's just answer some quick questions here on the marvelous city. What city does Isabel live in? So from the story we read, the marvelous city, what city does Isabel live in? And yeah, she lives in Rio de Janeiro. And what kind of city is it? That's right. It's a city where it's a marvelous city and where it's beautiful as well. And what is the city famous for? So when it comes to being famous, it's famous for its carnival. And what can people do and see there? You can see the beautiful forest, the rainforest, and the big, largest park in the world. What else can you do? You can go to the sandy beaches. Why don't you do also some hiking there? And how long has Isabel lived in the city? That's right. Not 5-10 years. She has lived there her whole life. That's amazing. And especially on a tropical weather, wow. She could do so many things. How does Isabel feel about the city? Well, if I was her, I'd feel excited, and it would be just enjoyable, just like she enjoying. Good. We're gonna go to this page here. Are you ready? What is special about the city? So here we have, from this time, we have an indoor. It is the largest in the world. So what could that be? Good. We have an indoor amusement park. So what is an amusement park, guys? Ask yourself that question. Great. It would be basically a roller coaster. You know, what roller coaster amusement park is famous in Korea? Good. It would be Everland, for example. Everland is big, it has an amazing amusement park, and so many people go there to have fun. And that's what's special about Seoul City or around the area. It has an amazing amusement park. Also, Lotte World has one. Now, if we think of Brazil, what would be special about it is we have an indoor one. We have a good system. It's the best way to get around the city. So what system would that be? Think about Incheon. What amazing transportation you have that would go around the city from Incheon to Seoul. Very well. Subway. Very good. Let's go for number 3 here. We have royal. You can see traditional buildings and a garden there. Wow, look at that one. What palace does that remind you of? Exactly, it's the palace that in Seoul. Very good. So we have a royal palace. So we have royal palaces. You can see traditional buildings and garden there. Gyeongbokgung Palace. Very good. Alright. Let's continue here with number 4. So if you look at this picture here, number 4, what does that remind you of? There are many tall. They are beautiful to look at, especially at night. What could that be? So what about Lotte Tower, for example? That would be an infrastructure and a big, tall building. Very good. There are many tall buildings. So buildings are amazing and they're everywhere located in big cities. And they're always have luminous lights that you can actually enjoy and look at them. In Central Park, there's one where POSCO, it's a big tower. And there's also so many buildings with lights that you can actually enjoy and look at them. Alright, we have the number 5. Oh, look at this one. When I traveled before, I always see it. It's so fun to look at. And literally, they're everywhere actually. When I went, I saw them in Vietnam. I saw one in Thailand. It's amazing. We have the big Buddha. It is a large bronze of Buddha. So what would that be? Statue. Very good. Good. Number 6. There is a with many little shops. You can buy anything there. Maybe if you go to Popyeong, there's like a marketplace, or in Seoul, in Myeongdong, there's also a nice area where you can buy so many cheap products. So that would be a marketplace. Very good. Market. Yay, alright. With many little shops, you can buy anything there. Alright, let's continue. Number 7. Oh, it reminds me of Sydney. We have a performing, very good, art center. In art center, I think you have similar to Convention Center in Songdo. And to be honest, it looks as beautiful as Sydney one. So that's where people perform musical concerts. And you also have one in your local city or district. We have a performing arts center. You can see operas and classical concerts. Nice. 8. We have a city zoo. Yay. You can see many interesting animals there. I mentioned this before, and a lot of you guys don't know there is one in your city. If you go to Grand Park, there's actually a local zoo there. There are many interesting animals you can actually enjoy there. It's fun and cool to see. I highly recommend for you guys to go and visit it. Now, good. Let's do here number 9. I'm gonna write down here. Our city has the tallest in the country. You can see the whole city from there. So I want you guys to write it down here, and that would be tower. So number 9 would be tower. Like Lotte Tower. Every city has a big infrastructure, a big building that represents the city. And it's always beautiful to see. So if I come to Korea, I would go ahead and see and visit Lotte Tower. Very good. Alright, let's go to the next one here. So there are many interesting things to do and see in my city. So we're going to complete the sentences and talk about it. So there are many, many the best, no. So you cannot write the article the in front of interesting, especially if you said this sentence. So there are many interesting things to do and see in my city. So I'm going to slash here, interesting. Interesting means also like it's good to see, it's fun, good to experience as well. It's interesting. If we something it's opposite of, it's not boring. Spring is time to visit my city. Would you think to write the oldest? No. What about second largest? No as well. Good. It would be the best. Spring is the best time to visit my city. What about Incheon? What if I would come to visit Incheon? What season is the best to visit Incheon? Yeah, it could be spring. Why? Because you have the blossom trees and they're blooming everywhere. And I think it's the best time to visit Incheon. It is one of outdoor markets in the city. So we are done with best. So here would be oldest. Very good. So it is one of the oldest outdoor markets in the city. Why is it? Do you think it's because it's old as a bad thing? It's not. It's a good thing. It means it has a reputation. Reputation. It means it has, because of its time, has a lot of good things, positive review on it, and it's known to be a very good thing because it's one of the oldest. Rio de Janeiro is the second largest city in Brazil. Rio de Janeiro is the second largest city in Brazil, and it is a fact. Yes, indeed it is. What would be the second largest city in South Korea? Busan, very good. So if I would test you, what is the biggest city in South Korea? Seoul, very good. What about Incheon? Would you guys tell me about it? Do you think it would be like third and fourth? About that, right, yeah. Alright, so we have here all the words. Friendly, someone who is nice and approachable. Tropical, so tropical goes with something warm. Tropical weather, like in South America, the Philippines, Thailand has tropical weather. So usually always warm. The world's largest, so something that is known for to be really big. And world famous. So what is famous in South Korea? South Korea is famous for kimchi, something that is known for. Good. Ipanema and Copacabana are, what could that be? That's good. World famous. World famous sandy beaches. Number 6, people can see trees like palm trees and bananas trees. What could that be for number 6? Very good. So I'm going to write tropical. So we got that out of the way. 4 things as well. And here is Lotte World. Well, there you go. Is, what could that be? Is the world's largest indoor amusement park. So it's an indoor amusement park in a city. And remember, the amusement park is inside a building. That's amazing. People are very to tourists. So if I come as a tourist to your country, you're going to be, exactly, you're going to be friendly. Very good. People are very friendly to tourists. When I came to South Korea as a tourist, you were very friendly. Let's continue here. So here you have a few options with many parks, with 10 million people, with a long history, without thieves or robbers, without many cars, without many tall buildings. So without means something that they don't have, or doesn't have. It's something that you put it on the side and you don't have at all. Number 1, it is a large city with. So this is like Momoran, so something with combined together, and the opposite is don't have, not together. With 10 million people. Good, so let's skip that one here. If you think it is a large Seoul, so Seoul, it is a large city, metropolitan with 25 million people. It is a quiet city. What could that be here, guys? It is a quiet city because it's quiet without many cars. It's quiet because it doesn't have any cars. It is an old city with a long history. Because it's old, like I mentioned, like the market place, the free market, it's old, it's one of the oldest because it has a long history, which is a very good thing. Number 4, it is a small city without thieves or robber. What does that mean? So some cities, a lot of people are scared of cities because there are thieves and robbers. So people who steal stuff that doesn't belong to them. So if someone go ahead and takes a purse or a wallet or money, they're a thief. So they are, because it's plural, they are thieves. Or robbers would be similar word. Number 5, it is a safe city. So here we have without thief or robber, without a long history. Now we have without many building. Oh, exactly. So here you have, it is a small city So here we have, sorry, I wrote it down in the wrong sentence. It is a small city without many tall buildings. Because there's not many buildings, it's a small city. It is a safe city here without thieves or robbers. Alright, number 6. It is a beautiful city with, because it's a beautiful city just like Incheon. What does it have in Incheon? Exactly, many parks. Very good. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alright, so here we're gonna write, organize our thoughts for like an essay and answer those questions as well. So here are idea and details. So we have in a sentence, we have carnival in February. And that's the best time to visit Rio. So what letter would that be? It would be carnival is the biggest party in Brazil. And D, you can see street parades and samba dances. Well done. Let's do number 2 together. If you like beaches, we have Ipanema and Copacabana. Which one would that be? Let's read it. They have world famous sandy beaches. Yay! That one's easy. Right? Okay. Now, C and D are done. A, C, D. We also have Tijuca Forest. Which one would it be? It's the world's largest forest inside a city, and you can enjoy the tropical rainforest without traveling far. E. Very good. Let's go ahead for the next one. And let's read together. Ready? Soccer is the most popular sport in my city. Where could we put that one? We have a beautiful stream. No. We have a soccer stadium. Yeah. So that would support the title here, and you can write it down. So 2A would be soccer is the most popular sport in my city. We can write that in my, or down here, in my city. All right. So that one, you can scratch it off. There is a small lake with many ducks. What could that be? So think about it, a park. Yeah, so a park, usually there are a small lake with many park. And that could be here. For this one, you have a wonderful city park. So there is a small lake with many ducks. Very nice. Let's go to the next one here. There is a bike path along the stream. So what is this stream? It's as long as a small tiny river that connects it. It's like a canal. So think of it a lake, but in a short line. There is a bike path along the stream. So we have a beautiful stream. You would write down here. Let's go ahead and do 1B. So there is a bike path along the stream. Good. What could be 1B? How about this one? People can jog or take a walk along the stream. So think of it like Han River. In Seoul, Han River, think of it like a big stream and a really big one. And a lot of people jog along the stream. And that would be B. People can jog or take a walk along the street. 2B, what about this one? We have a soccer stadium, so over 60,000 people can sit and watch the game. That would be And finally, people can bungee jump in the park. So that would be good job. 3B. Very good. Alright, so let's look at this one here. What city do you live in? So your city would be Incheon. What is your city like? So how is it in Incheon? Is it nice? It has many beautiful park. Does it have a beach? And I know it's world famous for the airport, Incheon Airport. It's something that is big, and it's connected from Seoul to Incheon, which is really amazing. And then where is it located? So like I mentioned before, where is Incheon? Incheon is in the west side of Korea, and it's a coastal city. What is your city famous for? It's famous for maybe it's Grand Park or Songdo Central Park because of its infrastructure, the big buildings, and it's really nice. It's like a futuristic city. What can people do and see there? There are people that can actually visit the park. They can sometimes go fishing in around Songdo as well. How long have you lived in your city? I think you're gonna say since you were little. Well, exactly. So you could say I have lived in Incheon my whole life. And how do you feel about your city? Do you like Incheon? I can tell you something. I love Incheon. Ever since I came here, it's my favorite city, one of the favorite cities in the world for sure. And you would say that how do you feel about your city? I think the city is great. It is a coastal city with some beaches and with a nice weather. So I want you to write here, what city do you live in? So here is, I live in Rio de Janeiro. What is your city? So Rio is in the southeast of Brazil. And what is your city like? It has warm tropical weather. It has a rainforest and sandy beaches. So does Incheon have sandy beaches or like tropical weather? It has like some beaches, but they're not as great as Brazil and known for. What else does it have? Exactly. It also have an abundance of mountains. There are mountains everywhere. And therefore, because there are mountains everywhere, a lot of people can go hiking. And I think in the world, Korea is known for like K-pop and parks. Amazing parks where they're connected with bike path and connects all the way from a big city to another. So apparently you can bike from Incheon to Busan, which is, I heard from Canada, my friend is known there in the world. Alright, so we can here write about what is your city like, and you can say that, write it as a homework, and I want you to write how is Rio like, or how is Incheon like. So I want you to go to the next page as well, and I want you to talk about on your essay, as your homework as well for the few next pages. Tell me what is Incheon known for? And what is great about it? Tell me how wonderful it is. And tell me as well is, does Incheon have a nickname? Alright? So this is it for today. And I want you guys to do your homework and write it down. Bye-bye. Have a great day.